There comes a point in life when trying to control everything becomes exhausting. We try to manage outcomes. We try to control people. We try to protect ourselves from being hurt again. And without realizing it, our hearts grow heavy. It's easy to hold grudges, easy to become sour, easy to carry resentment. At home, with neighbors, with friends, at work, even with people we barely know. We replay conversations. We hold on to offenses. We let frustration build quietly inside us. But God never asked us to carry all of that. The truth is, control often feels like strength, but it slowly steals our peace. The Bible reminds us, cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. God does not ask us to ignore pain. He asks us to release it, because what you hold on to long enough will begin to shape your heart. When we refuse to let go, bitterness takes root. And bitterness doesn't just affect the people who hurt us. It affects us. The Apostle Paul understood this deeply. Paul was betrayed, misunderstood, beaten, imprisoned. He was treated unfairly not once but repeatedly. Yet listen to how Paul lived. Instead of holding grudges, he released control. Instead of becoming bitter, he trusted God with the outcome. Paul wrote, I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. Philippians 4:11. That wasn't because Paul had an easy life. It was because he stopped trying to control what he couldn't change and placed it in God's hands. Even while chained in prison, Paul chose freedom of the heart. He didn't deny the pain. He didn't pretend it didn't hurt. But he refused to let bitterness define him. Paul reminds us, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. Releasing control doesn't mean excusing wrong behavior. It doesn't mean pretending everything is okay. It means trusting God to be the judge, so you don't have to poison your own peace. At home, at work, with people who test your patience, God sees it all, and He is capable of handling what you cannot. Jesus Himself tells us, come to me all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Rest doesn't come from fixing everything. It comes from surrender. When you release control, you make space for peace. When you release grudges, you loosen the grip they have on your heart. And when you place what you cannot change into God's hands, you free yourself to live lighter. Paul understood this truth. The Lord is near. Philippians 4:5. Not distant, not indifferent, near. So today, take a breath. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that God is asking me to release? You were never meant to control everything. You were meant to trust the one who does. Release it to God, and let peace take its place. Amen.